today I am going to show you how to make little bags, or not all, just little. This one right here is huge. You can put more in these bags than you can carry. I don't know where you're at, but where I'm at, we have to bring our own grocery bags. And so these work really great. You can put them on your shoulder. You put them on your shoulder. Carry them around. Real easy. Great little bags. This is out of a spaghetti strap. Actually, these two were the same shirt. They were hooked together. I just took them apart, made two bags out of them. So, works really great. The larger the shirt, the bigger the bag. The smaller the shirt, the smaller the bag, obviously. The only thing you really need to make these bags is a t-shirt, a pair of scissors, and a safety pin. Okay, so we have a t-shirt, pair of scissors, and a safety pin. So I'm going to set the safety pin aside for a minute. I'm going to take the shirt, and I want to cut just the neck of the shirt off. I want to put it front facing up top. So I want the V-neck to be up top. And I'm going to cut both sides the same. Okay. So start about the seam. And the V-necks are really nice because they kind of give you a pattern to cut. So. Just want to cut the neck off. Just like that. Okay, put that aside. Now your shirt's going to look like this. Okay, so next we want to cut the arms off. And we're going to go right along the seam of the arms. So, right here's the seam, and we're just going to go on the shirt side of the seam. Okay, so one arm off. Let's get the other arm off. If you hit the seam, you can feel it. Don't force your scissors through. You'll be fine. Alright, the second arm off. So now, your shirt looks like this. Okay, now you're going to take your shirt and you're going to turn it inside out. And you want this bottom seam. You're going to find where there's a seam in there, and you're going to take your scissors. You're going to pinch the inside so that you're just cutting the inside, and you're going to cut a little hole right there. That's all you're going to do. Okay, I cut it where the tag is so I know where it's at. You don't always get that lucky, they're easy to find. Okay, so now we're going to bring that collar back, right? We're going to take our scissors and we're going to clean the collar up. So from the inside out, it's easier to see. Doesn't have to be perfect. So then I take the collar, and sometimes you have it really, really thick end there, and the rest is thinner. So I'm going to take the collar and cut it at an angle. So I'm going to start down here and end up there. Okay, so that's what I want it to look like. Cut at an angle. Okay, so this is the thinner side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my safety pin and I'm going to stick it right in this corner. It's a really dull safety pin, so oh, I just shoved it into the table and stuff. Alright, got it. Okay, so now I have my collar attached to my safety pin. I'm going to go back here and find that hole. I'm going to put my safety pin in the hole. Okay, and then I'm going to put my first end in the hole so I can get the whole safety pin. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that safety pin and I'm just going to start crinkling up the shirt over top that safety pin. When I've got it all crinkled up, alright, I'm going to hold on to this end and pull this end. Okay, so I'm going to thread this all the way through this shirt. Keep scrunching it, pulling it. It's bunching up here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to go all the way on. Just on enough for you to be able to get your safety pin to go in. If you don't have enough room, you can always pull from the bottom and make more room. Like I'm going to have to do. I don't have enough room to get it there. So I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to pull this. You want to hold on to your safety pin so you don't lose any ground. Okay, and now you got room to work with again. So I'm going to finish it off. You're going to come out the same hole as you went in. Now sometimes these seams go all the way through. If you just cut a hole on this side and this side, you can loop it right through. No big deal. And now that I said that, you can see And this one is like that. See, there's no going through there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and cut right where the safety pin is. Pop it back out. Okay, and then pull it through. Now, you're going to hold on to this end and get as much out as you can. Really pull. You're going to hear some pops, no big deal. It's just the seam popping. I'm going to take this side, do the same thing. You want this hole to be just as small as it can be. If you use a shirt that it doesn't have a collar, you can always use excess material, or you can use yarn. So, after you got it pulled through, you're going to take your safety pin off, and then you're just going to tie a knot. You're going to tie it as tight as you can, and then one more time. As tight as you can. There's a seam there, that's why it ripped off there. So you got that tied. You're going to take it, flip it back the right direction. And you now have a bag that's ready to use. Now, if you don't like the look of the cut edge, really easy to fix. You just get some sticky spray. Okay. Make sure everything's out of the way. Then just spray right at the edges. And start folding it down. Get more on the paper than you do on the shirt. And just go all the way around. Okay, got seams, looks good. It'll dry in a couple hours. Should we try one more? Big yellow shirt. This thing will make a huge, huge bag. Alright. So this one has buttons all the way down to here. So I'll lift the collar up. And button it so that we have the same distance all the way around. Let's see if I can get you to see it a little better. I don't know. Alright, so here we go. You go only down to the halfway mark, and then you start up on the top again so that you have a good angle. Alright. So, we have the collar off. Now we're going to take the sleeves off. Looking like that. Maybe if I come over here, you might be able to see me a little bit. Okay, so it looks like that. Now we're going to take the arms off. One arm. We're going to go for the other arm. Okay, we got both arms off. So your shirt should look like. Okay, I'm going to turn it inside out. And this one has a split seam. It doesn't go all the way through. So what you do with this one is you pinch and separate the two sides. You cut the inside. And you do the same thing on this side. Okay. So you'll have one more seam like that. So you go and find it. Pinch the middle and the outside, separate it. One more time. Alright, so now we've got that. So with this shirt, this seam looks really, really nice. So I'm just going to cut that seam out. Is all I'm going to do. Okay? I'm going to start right here at the armpit seam, make my cut, and then I'm going to cut along the arm seam. This collar is no good to use, so you have to get your material from somewhere. You can get it anywhere you cut off. You use yarn, rope, twine, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, because nobody's going to see it anyway. Okay, I'm down to that end seam. I want to have kind of an angle, so I'm going to cut it at an angle. So I have that triangle shape. I'm going to take my safety pin, stick it in the middle of the triangle shape. Okay, close my safety pin. Get my shirt back, and then I'm just going to find a seam to start. So this one looks good. I'm going to stick my safety pin in the hole and the end of the seam in the hole, and then I'm just going to thread the safety pin through. Bunch it up on the safety pin, and then I don't pull on the rope, I pull on the side right here. Right here. Okay. And we got to this other end. Now I don't have any more room to go through, so I want to pull some of it, because I need more room. Okay? So then you jump to the next section and put it back through the hole. Bunch it up. Hold on to the safety pin. Pull it through. Almost done. And we found the end. Pull it through. So, now you've got this hole here, and you got this end here. So you're going to take this hole down here, not where your ends are, right? And you're going to shove everything that way. Okay, so your hole down there. Okay? And then this side, gonna give it a nice pull. Make sure everything's closed up tight. Take safety pin off so you don't throw it away. Okay, so making sure you're good and tight. And then you're just going to tie your knot. And then I'm going to tie it one more time just for giggles. Cut those off. Turn it back inside out, or right side out, and you have this beautiful bag. And this thing, I mean, this would probably hold a full load of laundry, honestly. Put it on your shoulder. Super cute. Very handy. If you have old t-shirts laying around, very handy. So, now look at the size difference between this bag and this bag. I mean, there's a huge difference. So it just depends on what size bag you use, and you can sew this up. You can use the sticky adhesive. That's really sticky. It's kind of messy. Works really good though because it does stretch. You could use fabric tape, or you, like I said, if you're handy and you sew. But there's your bags. This one is huge. I bet you could fit a full load of laundry in this bag right here. It's not a full load. That's in here, but good sized. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at how much room you still have in here. This thing's huge. Put it on your shoulder. You can go to the beach, go to the grocery store, do your laundry at the laundromat. Throw the bag in, clean bag when you come back. These bags work amazingly. And all you need, old t-shirt. Doesn't matter what size. And go. Little, if you got kids, those are really good for kids to carry things around, put their little toys in. Laundry bag. I mean, these things are amazing. Don't have laundry hamper, you got an old t-shirt, laundry hamper. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.